lace up the shoes, chase W's, murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. On first down, Watson. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Ready, 70, Indy.
Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 62 yards. So a big pickup that time, and Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. On 3rd and 2, Herbert. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 11. After the interception, here's Watson. Allen's got it complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert gets this one to Hill, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Off the play fake. Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Herbert caught by Allen. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. Will step aside and come back to Carson after this. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Herbert got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Here's Watson, and the catch made by Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On second down, Johnson. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Trying to late, looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hurry, hurry.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
the coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, it's Hill, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Sam off.
Off play action. Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross, as the first half is winding down. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 31, Watson, he's got Allen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break. Watson, he's letting this one go and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Johnson jostles free. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking to go back to Stills, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A throw over the middle taken in. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 37. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to run.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Texans get a bit closer.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Off the play fake. Herbert, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, that one complete to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert, he completes it to Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Herbert, Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's Watson. Short throw going to be caught by Waring, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time is going to run off the clock.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A gain of 6 there on first. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Watson now to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Squeeze. Hey, high 7.
Off-play action. Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
So that'll back them up 5. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. On fourth down, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the